Good morning, everyone. I would like to acknowledge that we are on the traditional lands of the Watchabolik, Jadwa, Jadwajali, Magai, and Yakagal people, and pay our respects to the elders both past and present.
Lift up a heart and say the oath with me. I will honour my country Australia. I will respect my parents, teachers and all community members. I will obey school and community rules and do my best to learn at all times.
Student of the Week awards are presented to students who have demonstrated one of our school values of respect, responsibility, excellence, honesty and tolerance. This week, the following students have demonstrated one of these values and will receive the Student of the Week award for their class. From Prep Schmidt, Hayley Chaplin, showing the value of responsibility for doing her best work during on-site remote learning.
From Fret Briggs, Harper Bird, showing the value of excellence for her dedication to learning.
Prep St. Clair McConnell, Elijah Kent for excellence for his fantastic formation of the letter T in his Echidna information report this week.
From Year 1 Dorset Hartridge, Ava Laidlow, showing the value of excellence for setting really well into her new school and making a great start to remote learning. Well done, Ava.
From 1 Bennett, Bella Bowman, showing the value of excellence for producing lovely writing during remote learning.
1-2 Miss Sadie, Sky Louise Smart for responsibility for showing initiative with her online learning and checking in daily.
From Year 2 Richardson, Benji Jowett, showing the value of excellence for making a great start to remote learning.
From Year 2 Woolworth, Cade Stevenson, showing the value of excellence. Cade Stevenson for his awesome work in writing during the first week of remote learning.
1-2 Miss Dossett, Ryan Hogan for excellence for his wonderful creation of the most wanted poster. Keep up the great effort during remote learning, Ryan. Well done.
From Year 3 Adams, Stella Marie Angway and Lewis Walker for showing the value of excellence for her dedication to reading at home. Keep it up, Stella. And for Lewis Walker for his dedication to reading at home. Keep it up, Lewis.
From Year 4 McGinniskin, Judd Power, showing the value of responsibility for his great start to remote learning by completing all the activities at a high standard. Great effort, Judd.
4-5 Miss Quayle, Natasha Chenoweth for responsibility for posting photos of her completed work every single day during remote learning so far and asking plenty of questions when she is unsure. Keep up all the fabulous work, Tash.
From Year 4 Davies, all 4 Davies for showing the value of responsibility for making a great start settling back into remote learning.
From Year 5 Werner, Caprice Thorough, showing the value of responsibility for making a great start with remote learning by completing her tasks.
5-6 Miss Hamilton, Jesse Walker Biggs for tolerance for showing how quickly he can adapt to changes. Jesse has made a great start to remote learning this week. Keep it up, Jesse.
From Year 6 Adams, Nate Both, showing the value of excellence for writing a fantastic story about my life as a prickly pear cactus. Great writing, Nate.
From Year 6 Driscoll, Estelle Haney, showing the value of excellence for a fantastic start to remote learning by completing tasks to a high standard and presenting them beautifully in her workbook. Well done, Estelle.
That was all the Student of the Week awards for Rasmussen campus.
From Science Mrs. Bacon, Harry Adams and Piper Williams, showing the value of excellence for successfully creating a rubber band powered car that could travel 5 times its own length.
And from PE, Thomas Sudoltz and Jasmine Kennison, showing the value of excellence for recently displaying excellent dribbling skills whilst learning to play hockey polo.
Good morning to Mr. Walter.
Good morning, guys. Firstly, from me, congratulations to all of this week's Student of the Week. Well done to all of you guys. We're back remote learning, and which means we're back doing assembly a little bit differently, and it's great to have you guys back on the screen again. We are back to remote learning, and the message is really clear from the government. People who can work or learn from home must learn and work from home, so we thank everyone for their support with that. We are using a Google form this time, so for all of our families, and people seem to have adapted to that well, and that needs to be done weekly. So for all the mums and dads out there, we ask that you do that weekly. That's really important for our planning with our teachers, so as we can organise a roster for on-site supervision and make sure that our teachers have still got time to organise remote learning activities for all of those kids at home as well. So please use that Google form and complete that if that applies to you. I'll ask you three captains, the learning grids. We're doing things a little bit differently now. Jacka, what's your thoughts around the learning grids so far?
I like the learning grids. I prefer them over what we did last time because you can choose what you do for the day, and I find them easier.
Good. What about you, Riley?
Yeah, it's good because you choose what you do for that day, and if you want to do double writing, then you can.
Yeah, fair enough. How are they going for you, Addison?
Well, they're a lot easier to understand and a lot more fun, and I'd rather do this than what we did last time.
Great. So we're off to a good start with the learning grids. We thought we'd try something different. We are in a situation now where we can say that we've done some learning. Last time it was really learning on the go and having to work out what in the world we were going to do. So we've done some learning from last time we had to do remote learning, and hopefully the learning grids are helpful for people. It is a case of choose the activities, but if you do have any of your kids that are coming to school on a particular day, it's important to do the activities in order of the days that are on the grid. Just so as when you're at school, you haven't got to do something you've already done. So hopefully those learning grids work well for people. If you do get through those learning grids, we encourage people to look at some life skill type of extension activities. Create a budget in the home, write some shopping lists, create a bit of a to-do list, maybe plan a new area in the garden or a new building project or something like that. These types of things which are really important and valuable skills, and it really is applying the types of learning that you do at school. You know, it might be doing some cooking, buying ingredients, you know, working to a budget, as I already said. So those types of things that you can extend your kids with if you find that they're getting through the grids really quickly. We don't want our families to put too much pressure on themselves. It really is about keeping the mind ticking over for all of you kids out there. We want you to be continuing to be thinking about what you're learning, so as you are learning and progressing well. So, but don't put too much pressure on yourself to make it look like 6 hours of a school day. The department guidelines are way less than that. And if you think about those grids, you can do 1 hour of reading, 1 hour of writing, 1 hour of maths, 1 hour of specialists, and that's 4 hours. But we know that those activities in the grids don't take an hour each. So it doesn't have to be a full day that you want to work with your kids. So if you've got more than one person in the family, it could be that you do one activity with one of your children, and then once that's finished, give them a break and do the activity with the others. Don't put pressure on yourself to be doing all at the same time. We really want you to be kind to yourselves while you're working through those learning grids. And if you've got any questions, just keep connecting with your teachers. Your teachers are going to be using WebEx a bit more to do that teaching and finding out what you're up to in the learning grids and those sort of things too. So keep an eye out for those WebEx meetings, which should be a bit of fun. That's all from me, guys. Anything else? No. Now I'm going to have a meeting with our school captains. I'll tell everyone about assembly and what we might be able to do differently. So keep an eye out on the Facebook page, or perhaps Zuno. If they come up with any ideas, we'll let everyone know, and we might be able to perhaps do assembly live, perhaps do something a little bit different. We will wait and we will see. But thank you everyone this morning. Back to you, Jagger.
Thank you for joining us for today's assembly. Assembly dismissed.